Hey guys, it's NPC. On January 11th, we will be getting the Chase Total Assault. Now, as you see in this picture, it doesn't really tell you the terrain it's going to be. But rest assured, I got you. It's indoors, just like JP, okay? So with that being said, we're also getting... Oh, wrong one. We're also getting Cherino's pickup banner and the Red Winter event, along with another Red Winter student, not Karen, Nodoka, okay? So if you want to see what's going on with those two characters, check out this video. And we'll also be getting Karen's banner. Now the thing about Karen's banner is, someone already said it here, but you can kind of get her from an event later on. It's actually kind of far away. Like I think you have to deal like the 2 summer events, and then like you wait a bit, and then that event comes along. So if you don't want to wait for Karen, you could pull for her, but honestly, I wouldn't spend too much on her, especially with the accelerated banners on JP or on global. So, you know, spend wisely, right? That being said, let's do a tier list for Chase. Now, this is mainly just going to focus on the piercing characters. So, don't mind the others too much. I'm going to mostly ignore the mystic damage dealers, because don't use them. Just don't use them. Alright, first off, let's go Cherino. S tier. It's very simple. She's got really large AoE, and her cost gain is really nice to have. Midori is like an A or S. The thing about Midori is she seems like she's good damage with her EX skill, but she's actually not. Her normal skill is probably all you really want to use her for. Like, it's the free extra heal. You can kind of like get away without using Cherino, but it's kind of rough. So she's probably she's a solid A, but like maybe an A+. It's around there. Now, her Ayane, I like Ayane, but she doesn't do damage, and the problem with Chase is you need to do damage, because if you don't, the mobs are just gonna murder you. Alright, so sorry, but maybe she's someone I wouldn't really use. Yuzu's actually an S. Her AoE is really, really nice, so, you know, busted. It's just that it's hard to pull for her when Cherino's better, you know, because Cherino has a debuff, and she's like, well, Cherino's more used in like other situations too, whereas Yuzu is like, you just kill AoE stuff. So that's her problem, but she's still really strong. Now Neru and Iori are also S ranks. These two are like, well, because I did this on JP recently, right here. Neru and Iori are actually like busted together in this comp. I think the JP comp was like, sorry about that, DOGO interruption. Anyways, so the JP comp was, what was it? Cherino, these two. It was Akko, Karen. See, Akko's not here, but Karen's here somewhere, right? Yeah, Karen. And I think the last one was Maki. Like, that was the comp. The issue is you don't have Akko on global, right? So you can't do this comp. So you're going to have to heal with someone else, and you're not going to be able to do as much burst damage. But it'll probably be a really solid comp. But that comp is like strictly that comp is strictly phase 2, okay? So keep that in mind. And the way you do phase 2 comps, or 2-team comps, is you will clear out the first the first phase, you'll get to the boss, and then clear out like 3 boss waves. Maybe you'll open it, sometimes you open it, but usually you won't open the boss and clear out another 3. So where was I going? So with phase 2, so with 2-team comps, so your first team will clear out the first stage of enemies, and then get into the boss stage. And after that, you'll clear out 3 waves, because you'll take 4 waves to open the boss, and you'll retire there after clearing out 3 waves. Or if you, it really depends, because if you like lack a lot of damage, you might want to push for another, like you might want to push to open the boss and then clear out another 3 waves before you leave. But that's kind of rough. You'll make that decision on your own, right? So let's see. So because of how strong they are, Karen and Maki are gonna be S tier. But Maki is maybe I'll drop Maki. No, I'll drop Maki to A. She's kind of just there for the debuff, and she's kind of just like pew pew pew, right? All right, Junko, great trash clearer, horrible boss damage. Same with Sumire. The thing about her is, I like her, but she's kind of just really tanky. Nanami is, no, it's Nonomi, not Nanami. Nonomi is S tier. She's a great wave clearer. There's so many like patterns that you can destroy with her. Hoshino, somewhere between A and B. I would drop Sumire down and I'll put Hoshino up here. Because Hoshino's a bit better than Sumire. I don't think they're even. Hifumi, if you have a strong Hifumi, I would say A rank. But if your Hifumi's kind of weak, probably B. So somewhere around here. Her AoE is nice, but there's a lot better students. And she's 5 cost, kind of expensive. Okay, so because you don't have Akko and Global, Hibiki is actually probably a option you can use to clear out trash mobs. So I would put her at A, maybe S. It really depends. Her passive buff is probably going to be really useful to have, especially if you need to do the one turn, or if you're trying to one turn the boss. Not one turn, one team the boss. Same with Kotama. Kotama is she's one of those where if you're lacking damage, she basically gives you that damage, right? So I like her at S. But for this, probably A. Yeah, probably A. Order this a bit better. Somewhere like this. Same with Hana. She's gonna be like a... Alright, so hopefully that's the last interruption. God, that's rough. Anyways, Hanae, she's a really strong crit damage buff, right? And I like her heal, but she's no more than like an A or B. Probably a B, because she doesn't do damage like Hibiki, not Hifumi. Now, Momoi is like easy S rank. She, press button, everything die. Quick and simple, right? Let's see. Any other interesting characters we can go with? See, Shun is kind of just like... I would put Shun at S because I love her. But, if I'm honest, she's really just like... She's there for... If you're gonna do, like, the 2-team strat, and then you need, like, extra cost to burst down the boss quickly, you can run Shun. So let's put her at, like, B. Kind of like utility characters. Or, like, someone. Now, Yoshimi... Probably, like a solid B. She's actually really strong if you level her, right? The thing is, I don't know if I want to invest in her. So, like, her AoE is kind of nice. It's not that great, but it does damage. So if you're lacking it, you can use her. Personally, don't think, shouldn't, but yeah. Oh, Nodoka. Because she's new, don't use her. She gives accuracy buffs and reduces evasion. None of that matters in Chased. Kind of same with, like, Ice Cream. Like, okay. But, like, you don't really need to use her. Chinatsu, I like her heals, so I'll put her B. Akari, like, stronger than Shun. Not better than these characters, but she's really strong against... Even if she's neutral against yellow, she's really strong. Serina's always best healer. Right. Maybe... Like, healing's not really a huge issue. I'm gonna put her here. Like here. Because healing's not a huge issue in this fight. But if you really need to... Like, having these two... Like, one of these heal is most likely gonna be enough. I think Global only has up to hardcore, right? So... even solo healing with Momoi and Midori is probably enough. Aru, kind of around the same as Akari. Mitsuki, a little bit worse, I think. She's actually a pretty decent boss slayer. Horrible at killing trash mobs, but really, really strong. Hasumi, that is. Serika, I mean, she auto attacker, not really needed. Cycling, like probably more useful, like around here. Yeah. That's what Shiroko is. You're gonna use her to cycle her ability and just move on. Now Hina. Hina could be up here, but I would put her down here. Probably worse than... Yeah, because she's 7 cost. So I'm gonna put her a little bit lower. Tsubaki... Don't really need her. If you do need her, she's like... she's okay. Tsurugi. Like, probably around the same as... maybe a little bit better than Junko? Actually, probably a little bit worse than Junko. Her EX skill is nice. And, like, her AoE is nice. It's just, her attack speed's kind of annoying. So you kind of get, like, these weird situations where she kills one mob because everyone else killed the others. Like, she's okay. She's actually not bad, though. You might want to consider her. Anyone else interesting? I think that's all. Pina kind of fills the same role as Maki, except Pina doesn't have a defense down buff or debuff. So Pina's probably a bit worse. Probably like right there. And I think that's it. Oh, Fridge. Don't use Fridge. Poor Artisu. She'll be good later. Don't worry. Don't worry. Your time will shine one day. Copium. And what do you think of my list? Did I get anything wrong? Leave it in the comments. Also, before we go, let me do this. Alright, before we head off, who is this character? Can you guess? Alright. Find out who it is in the next episode, alright? Lates. NPC out. Let's go.